Hi guys, welcome back to the stream. We are back with Hogwarts Legacy again. I've played like an hour yesterday. Like I did the main introduction. I got sorted and I just started my first day in the game, and the game was good. Graphics was good. Didn't notice any frame drops. Yeah, game's good. So just give me a minute. Till then, like, subscribe, share, comment. Just give me a minute and I'll set up the stream. We'll be good to go. So the sorting hat ceremony I did yesterday, it placed me into Hufflepuff. I always wanted to do like Gryffindor, so I changed my house. I don't know why I got into Hufflepuff. Because it just asked me a single question. आदित्य भाई क्या हाल चाल, वेलकम. बड़ी देर बाद आए हो, कहाँ रहते हो? एग्ज़ाम चल रहे हैं. एग्ज़ाम चल रहे हैं. क्या हाल हो गए देख लो. चलो यार, थोड़े टाइम की बात है. कितने के रह गए एग्ज़ाम वगैरह? क्या कर रही है ये? चलो भाई, खेलते हैं. मेरी आवाज़ वगैरह सही आ रही है? ओह, हम मतलब आप डिफरेंट कैरेक्टर्स बना सकते हैं. अभी तो ड्यू हुई है. अभी तो 2 हुए हैं. 6 लेफ्ट. अच्छा, कब ख़त्म है? टॉक टू प्रोफेसर फिग.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
19/4/23. चलो रेजिडेंट इवल से पहले पहले. नहीं भाई, कब की थी? अप्रैल में जाके ख़त्म है भाई.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
You can track available quests from the map. क्या पता आगे होगा. अब फिर भी ऐसे एग्ज़ाम कैंसिल होना. वो भी +2 का एग्ज़ाम भाई. Track quest with okay. Charms class. or defense against the dark arts. Accio or Levioso.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Game voice कम करनी है. Settings. Gear inventory. Game voice ज़्यादा है इसलिए तुम्हारी voice कम आ रही है. अरे वो mic थोड़ा दूर है ना इसलिए लग रहा है. मैं game की voice कम कर देता हूँ रुको. Load game. Image calibration. Motion blur. Depth of field. हाँ म्यूजिक उच्चा है गेम का. ठीक है अब 70 कर दे. 70 कर देते हैं. अब ठीक है. अब सही आ रही है. Cast channel compass will lead you anything you are tracking. Okay. देखता हूँ. Okay, we are going to attend our first class. Let's go.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it.
Yep, voice okay.
Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Steady your wand. Okay. Okay, we've learned Levioso.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast.
Wow, so early. Yes, bro. Okay, perform a basic cast to part-2, okay.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember,
break the
a
yellow shield.
surprised
Control
opponent
spells
is a
like
weak
levitation
opponent.
spell Levioso.
As master. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Ooh, nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Okay, we are gonna have a fight against that guy.
This should be easy. Good form.
I know.
Oh,
Nothing lucky about it.
What for your first duel?
Just a fall on the quick line.
Protego.
bro.
I do enjoy my duel. And all my students will be together.
Oh, he fell off.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things
Oh
from
my
you.
god.
I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Wait a second. Can I
Nice
lift
work.
him up?
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're
Luke and
interested.
Brattleby near the clock tower entrance.
Till
Okay.
next time.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oh, it's unlocked. We just have to move close to it. Go to charms class. Okay,
I'd be glad if they let me.
let's go. भाई कितनी ऊपर है? Who's screaming, man?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. I'll have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Step to the problem of Butterbeer. the other day. I will talk about this. Failed potion.
Let's start.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Natsai onai. Hermione Putter.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial
guy looks like he
year
ran from
in
a
your
circus.
education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between
जब
the
आर्यन के एग्जाम खत्म हो
incantations
जाएंगे
of
मेरे
the
भी तब चल
color
रहे
change
होंगे ओ
and
भाई
growth charms?
पढ़ाकू बच्चे हैं इतने
Anyone?
भैया फिर ऐसे ही है
Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent
Aryan
your
कब से है
holidays
exam?
practicing Obliviate on one another.
आर्यन नहीं टेंशन टून से लेता आर्यन एम ही पास करा
Do
देता
you
होता आर्यन के जुगाड़
even
बड़े
remember
हैं
how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning
भी
them
करवा दो,
out of
आर्यन
one
को बोलो।
another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
ये क्या है एक्यो
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice.
3
Keep
वाचिंग
at
आ
it.
रही है देख रहा होगा पर
Might
बोल
just
नहीं रहा
rival Miss
क्या
Onai
पता
here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an
कई बार बीच में
exceptionally
इधर उधर
lovely
चला
day,
जाता है
I was
स्ट्रीम चलती छोड़
thinking
के
that we might have
क्या
ourselves
पता
a
कुछ
little
करने गया हो
excursion
इधर उधर
outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Yep.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test?
और
right?
बताओ दित्ते भाई फोर्टनाइट वगैरह नहीं खेल रहे
So why don't we have our newest students start us off?
क्या करना है भाई नहीं एग्जाम के बाद अच्छा कोई भी गेम नहीं खेल रहे
Simply cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last. Excellent. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you.
अच्छा आई हैव टू
Very
होल्ड
good.
इट
Splendid!
ओके आई हैव टू होल्ड इट
Very good. Points to Gryffindor.
Mobile
But
game
there's
sometime,
certainly no
अच्छा।
sport in playing without some friendly competition.
चलो
Miss
एक महीना
Onai,
पे
would
पढ़ लो
you care
पेपर
to
दे
give
लो
our new student a
फिर
bit
गेम
of a
खेलनी है
challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just
COC
as
and
before,
Clash of
and Miss
Clans and
Onai,
CR क्या है?
you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
जाके तो समझ बहुत भाई साहब पूरा पूरा लेकर आई है वो 50 पे क्लैश रॉयल अच्छा
There we go.
ओह नहीं यार.
Excellent.
Let us see this.
भाई ये फिर ले आई 50 भाई 100 पॉइंट ले गई भाई. दोनों 100 कर गई भाई. नहीं 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 fuck no no no.
Don't lose your composure.
Here we go.
भाई यार जीत गई यार नाथ सही. जीत गई भाई 150 पॉइंट हो गया भाई. जीत गई ब्रो. शी वॉन. Oh, at last.
Nicely done.
क्या यार.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
क्या करा इसने. Oh.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
कोई नहीं अपन 50 करेंगे. रुक जा. ओ एंड मूवमेंट पे रुकी भाई आके. हल्का सा और चले जाता फिर आई वुड हैव गॉटन 50 पॉइंट.
There we go. Quite impressive.
भाई ब्रेक इवन चल रहा है अभी.
Let us see this.
वैसे अब नेक्स्ट एग्जाम 1 को है तो PS3 में गॉड ऑफ वॉर खेलूंगा. खेलो एंजॉय करो. वैसे PS5 का रिस्टॉक आया था फिर से 2-3 दिन पहले. यो जीत गए.
Very good.
जीत गए भाई. जीत
Very
गए.
good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
जब
Good
देखा
game
था
back
पर
there.
YouTube से पैसे
I
ही
must
नहीं आए अभी
admit,
तक. ओहो
I think I underestimated you.
चलो कोई नहीं आ
Took me
जाएंगे.
weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it,
पीछे से कोई
we had
दिक्कत होगी
left
क्या बता.
Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at
चलो
all.
खेल लो, मैं बाद में आता
Wizarding
हूँ. हाँ हाँ,
magic
कोई बात
cast
नहीं भाई.
without a wand is just as powerful. I
Okay.
find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use accurate
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
I have to meet Professor Weasley. इसके ऊपर क्या है? Level 1 lock. Okay, I have to learn a Lohomora.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
ये कौन है?
You
Samantha
wanted to
Dale.
speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
ये क्या है? ओह, मैजिक के नेम्स लिखे हुए हैं. Lumos Maxima, Primo, Accio, Repello, Expecto Patronum. भाई नाम पढ़े भी नहीं जा रहे आते तो. See, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है Wingardium Leviosa, but why are they saying Levioso in the game? Bardo, Eberto, Levioso, Expelliarmus, Ridiculous, Tremendo, Tarrant, Allegra, Rilasho, Avis, Coloptus, Petrificus, Totalis, Protego, Horribus, Nox, Lumos. Nox मतलब Lumos को बंद करने के लिए होता है. Rectus Empra, Alohomora. Oh, I have to learn Alohomora. Chalo.
Handy
Let's-
resource
And
indeed.
then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uproar.
Werewolves, where were you? In the
क्या
Goblin
कर रहे हैं?
Rebellion of
What is
And
he
by the
1752.
end of it, the Minister for
Why is this guy
Magic was
flying?
Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert
Okay, I have to go. Side quests are now available. Okay, nice. Weasley after class. Professor Weasley wants to see me in her classroom, which is off transfigured courtyard between the library annex and astronomy wing. Hopefully, she has word on replacing my lost supplies. Okay. No, it's close, so we can just run there.
It was Basil Flash.
Oh, fight, fight!
ये क्या? कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसे ही था. एक सेकेंड, इधर जाना है क्या? ओह ओके, ट्रांसफिगरेशन कोर्टयार्ड. Oh, we can pet animals. Nice.
Hello there.
Weasley after class.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Well, let's not tell Professor Weasley.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a
Just
spellcraft
wait a
before,
minute.
Professor.
I'll be back.
What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. Page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary...
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Prepare. There's something here. Lumos. Revelio.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look.
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs? Absolutely.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling. I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Demi-guise. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps... Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing. Phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong sense of initiative.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match? Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though, I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Revelio.
If it thinks it's got half a chance, only like both knuckles to knock you. I can dance bigger and I put my mind to it.
Well, hello there.